Yeah. What's good, everybody? How you doing? Hope you're enjoying your hump day. It is a hump day hoedown here on EC Radio. You can follow along on all Disruption Network social media platforms. Shout out to my sponsors. If not for my sponsors, this podcast isn't possible. Thank you to Eddie Alsheimer over at EJA Moving Services. When you're ready to move and relocate, hit up Eddie and his fine staff at 315-335-0516, EJAmoving.com. You want a good meal this week? Go see my friend Matt Grabsky over at Joey's. Joey's at 307. It's 307 Mohawk Street. They got great seafood. They got a great revolving dinner menu. They do catering, and you got to call them for a table because they are filling up fast every day, and you can't just walk in there. You got to pre-advance the table. So 315-864-3527 is the number to get yourself a table over at Joey's at 307. And they're also serving alcohol now too. So some of you winos out there want to booze it up a little bit at Joey's, you can now. Also, shout out to Utica Coffee, wakethehellup.com. If you need legal advice, call my attorney Dave Longaretta at 735-6162. Big ups to my friends over at Saranac, saranac.com. Shout out Damon Call for hooking me up with some beers this week. Also, big ups to Billy the Liquor Guy. He's got a book out there called Under Too Long. It's a story about undercover agents infiltrating the bad guys, and you can find it on Amazon or wherever you get your books. And big ups to Ballsy, ballwash.com. Use promo code members only for 15% discount. And I am ball wash. I'm going to get you guys some ball wash. I think it's mandatory for you guys. It makes sense. Yes. I think you got to get Peter over here. Get his nuts smelling nice, right? Yeah. What's up, fellas? Good to see you.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Uncle Charlie and the Meatballs in the house. I feel like you got a revolving door of musicians that keep coming into your band.
Version 7.2, I think.
This is 7.2. It's going down this next weekend, right? And you're playing the Animals for Animal Jam, and we're talking about Animals for Animals all week. Probably all next week are going to talk about it because it's a great event for a great cause too. You know, raising money for Anita Stephen Swan Humane Society, and they need the funding as much as anybody. So we got to help out our furry animals. Shout out Rich Masucci and Bring 'em Down Productions for always putting this event on. We mentioned yesterday when I had Ray from Motorlord on, we've raised over $70,000 in the 14 years. So
that's been going on for a while.
It's been going on for a while. Is this your first Animals, Jim?
Technically it's the second. I think 2 or 3 years ago I played it with Jimmy Wolf. We were there.
Oh, did you?
Me and Frankie with Jimmy Wolf.
Nice.
And I've been to one before just as a spectator.
Yeah. Was that at 12 North?
Yeah.
Oh, it was. Yeah. 12 North has been very hospitable.
Yeah.
Hospitable. Sorry, hospitable for opening up their doors for this Animal Jam. So it's good, man. So what's going on with you guys, man? It's good to see you guys. You got some new members. Introduce the new members.
Yeah. All right. So on bass via Poland, not Poland, New York, Poland.
Krakow.
That's
Europe.
Are you from Krakow? No.
Krakow is far away.
Too far away. Okay.
That's
like
Peter.
Mexico.
You're from Mexico?
No.
Oh.
Krakow is like Mexico for me.
Gotcha. Oh, because it's so far away.
Yeah, I'm from the north of Poland.
What brings you to the U?
So my future wife.
Your future wife?
Yeah.
Have you met her yet?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I had wedding the last Saturday.
Oh, congratulations.
And
Freshly
I was
married.
like 90-day fiance.
Okay. So
the
now
real-
it's your wife.
But the real one, yeah.
Yeah, good. Congratulations, man. That's so a woman brought you to Utica.
Yeah.
Because that's the only reason why anybody would ever move to Utica.
My
You
father a little bit. Just
Oh,
lives here.
a woman or a job, right? would be the only reason you'd move to Utica. Well, welcome, man. And now, how'd you guys get mixed up?
Good to
with,
be here.
How'd you guys get mixed up with Peter?
Funny story. We had a gig. Jeez, where was it, Jake? Oh, we had a gig. Oh, we were playing the Oneida Legion, right?
Okay.
And all of a sudden we needed a guitarist real quick. So that gig was on Saturday. Wednesday we go to the Mohawk Valley Blues Jam at Piggy Pat's, and Jake's there. We never met him before, never seen him before. First time out playing, right?
Yep. First time out playing.
Really?
Yeah. And Tony just came up to me and he was like, "Hey, man, you doing anything Thursday and Saturday? We got a gig if you want to come." And
Well, it was Adam. Adam saw him. Adam's like, "What about this kid?"
Dude, you're always
like,
recruiting.
Yeah, right?
You are.
so it's like, well, I don't really. Yeah, sure. I mean, I don't know any of your songs or anything, but he's like, "Oh, it's fine. Key A and just just jump in, just like you do here." And
1-4-5, baby.
and
The
there
drummer's
we go,
telling him the
1, 4,
key.
5, yeah.
So
The drummer's telling the key.
that's a good start.
Yeah, and then we just played those 2 gigs, and then the rest was history, right? No, yeah.
And here you are.
But yeah, it turns out, I mean, he's a blues guitarist, so like he's not.
And so, me and him have another band called Spoonie and the Tone Chasers, like a newer type band, and with 2 other kids. And so they needed a bass player too, and they're like, ask Peter because if you're comfortable with him, it might be better. He's like, we got other bass players, but if you got one is good and you're comfortable with, get him. So we got him, and there we are.
So you found Peter at the same open mic jam?
No, Peter.
He's
Jake.
or my other band.
Okay, gotcha.
So-
So he's your plus one.
My plus one.
I gotcha.
So
But it's worked out. We had 2-3 weeks worth of gigs or whatever. And
So this is fresh.
yeah, fresh.
Yeah. Wow. Cool. And you can bring in this lineup to Animal Jam next weekend
Yes.
at 12 North.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. You still got Kayak with you too?
Yeah, Colin's still there.
Colin?
Colin and Frankie.
I don't
have-
even know his name. I call him Kayak.
Kayak.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, Colin and Frankie are still in there in the mix. They have life happening right now.
Yeah.
And
Right.
so this is the
Tony,
way it's always been.
You've assembled a big ensemble now.
Yeah, we call it our stable.
This is the
We got
stable.
Stable. We got
Watch the mic there, Peter.
So
He's so proper, isn't he? I love it.
I told you, the most interesting man in the world.
Yeah.
Run a whole interview with him.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah, it's
Maybe
true.
I just don't know that many interesting people.
How old are you, bro?
31.
31?
Yeah.
Oh, you're still young. Cool. I got some wheels under you. Freshly married
Yeah.
in Utica. What do you think of Utica?
Wonderful place.
Do you love it?
Wonderful. Yeah.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
What do you love about it?
Everything.
Everything?
Yeah.
Like, give me for example. We like the food, the culture, the people.
Food.
Not so much people.
And people, yeah, you have to watch on some people.
Yeah.
And I know I just like this architecture here.
Yeah.
It looks very like Great Britain in 19th century.
Does it really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
some buildings. Yeah,
Have you done a lot of traveling throughout Europe?
yeah.
Have you? What's your favorite city to visit in Europe?
I have no like city. I have places.
Places?
Yeah, I like to go and chill out on the beach.
You're a beach
Like
guy.
Egypt, Canary Island,
Uh-huh.
Spain, Turkey. It's very cheap there.
So you're well traveled.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome, man. Awesome. Where do you pick up the bass from? How long have you been playing?
I think it's 18 years.
Wow. Were you gigging throughout Europe too?
Yeah.
Oh, you were.
Yeah, I used to play with a pop star in Poland, and I had like 250, 300 concerts per year.
Oh, wow.
I was very busy.
You're very busy.
Yeah.
So you toured all over Poland?
Yeah. Poland, and I played in Chicago once.
Where?
Chicago.
Chicago.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you've been
my-
to the States before?
Yeah, it was my first time in the States.
Uh-huh. Wow, cool. Of all places, too, Chicago.
Right.
Which, I love Chicago.
He showed us pictures too, like thousands of people. Like we have festivals here, like same thing, but he was doing it every day.
Wow.
Tour
Like
buses.
60,000 people and 8 million people behind the TVs.
So when you say pop star, is it like pop, like,
Like Polish pop.
but what's
Like
Polish?
the most popular genre in Poland is like EDM, but
EDM.
it's like more melodic.
Okay.
It's called disco polo,
Okay.
and it's like country here. Like everyone knows it, but nobody's like saying that I'm listening to it.
So when you say EDM, is it just like a DJ, or is it a DJ backed up by a band, or is it a little
No,
bit of
it's
both? Just a DJ?
Like, I was lucky enough to play live on the stage, but the rest of bands, they were like not singing at all. It was just electronic music, like the electronic sound. So,
Oh, cool.
but we had also trumpet guy, and I played guitar, and we had a live drummer.
Wow, cool. I'd love to check out some of that music. Is it on the streaming platforms? Spotify, Apple,
Like
and all that?
on YouTube, this guy has
YouTube?
almost 100 million views.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Do you still keep in touch with them?
Yes,
Do you? Good.
I'm still working with them. Like,
Nice.
I'm a sound engineer, so
Gotcha. Oh,
I'm
awesome.
still producing some vocals for them. And
So you do some producing as well?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. He is the most interesting man. in the-
I was just thinking
You
that.
got a lot going on.
Told you.
Are you going to bring Uncle Charlie and the Meatballs to Poland someday? Yeah, you got it, bro.
we have restrictions there.
Right. Yeah, what's the COVID situation over there?
Very bad.
Very bad.
Currently we have fourth wave of COVID. Like during the
Fourth wave?
fourth wave, yeah, like cases are, but people don't care.
Yeah, nobody cares.
That like my mom, she's a nurse for 30 years, and she's mad every day. Like when all grandpas are sitting with the masks, like here in the hospital. She's just ready to bring the knife and just cut those noses.
So let that be a lesson to all the Americans that think they're entitled to, like, I know my rights. It's going on everywhere. It's not just here in the United States, people. It's everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
Everywhere in the world. Not just the U.S., not just in your little bubble. You know your rights.
Right.
and
Yeah.
Don't get me started. And what I hate is the whole political thing of the COVID.
We were talking about that in the car where we're like, let's just twist it all up and let's just go totally political. And we're joking about it, of course.
You know that aggravates
I
the
know.
shit out of me. I'll get frustrated, man, especially when you get into the politics.
the
But
music.
I don't wrap myself into things that I can't control.
Right.
You know, I can't control the whole COVID situation or politics or whatever. So I don't even put any thought or energy into any of that.
That's why we play music, you know. You just
Yeah, brother.
know,
Yeah,
screw all that.
I love it. Matt, you say anything? Do you want to talk? You got anything to say?
You
No?
guys,
You
you
just-
guys got this.
They're killing it for
Yeah.
you.
It's a beautiful thing.
How long you been with Uncle Charlie now?
What's it been? Maybe 2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, perform in 2 years, but I mean, it's Frankie's little brother and my cousin.
Right,
so
right.
He's been with us the whole time. Before it was Uncle Charlie and the
Yeah, I was the
Meatballs,
number
so-
one fan before.
You're moving the gear.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
wrapping cables.
That's why they still got you on
You know.
board. Matt,
Someone's got to do it.
Matt will do it.
I paid his dues. Give him a microphone.
Tony, that's the great thing about your band, though. You do have a great pond to fish out of, what all these great musicians are surrounded by.
Yeah, and really boils down again to, we've talked about this before, but Al Nathan, just all the different people I met through him, and then through those people meeting other people, and the Blues Society, and Adam Bishton with Sour Mash, and us going way back. It's just very lucky.
Yeah. It's a big conglomerate.
Yeah.
And it's cool, man. You're blessed.
Yeah, for sure.
To be able to pick whoever really you want. And how's this?
Well, I could pick whoever. I'm just blessed that they want to still play with me. Yeah. I can pick whoever I want, but they got to say yes.
How's this forming out? Is it pretty good for you, this lineup right now?
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's it's fresh, so that's always exciting right off the get-go. But I mean, they just like when we play with other people, there's always like a different vibe to the band, we play with Jimmy Wolf or play with John Hudson or George Devney. Like it's kind of their band and we're backing them up. When these guys step in, it's still us. It's fun.
Yeah. And that's cool too. You open your doors to so many people too. Get up and jam with us too.
That's how I cut my teeth, is jamming, just learning, listening to everybody, knowing what's going on around you. And,
Are you still doing the open mic night thing?
Yeah, the Blue Society's doing the jams second Wednesday still.
Okay.
Every month.
Do you guys pop in from time to time and jam out? Yeah. I feel like that's grown a lot too, the whole Blue Society.
Oh yeah.
And I've seen it,
Mark and Genesee Joe or Bernie Clark, you got some big timers heading that up, so it's it's only going to go forward.
Yeah, the one I was at, the first one, it was tons of people. I think over 12 people signed up to play, some musicians. There was, and that's kind of a lot, you know what I mean? You got everybody playing guitar, 4 harmonica players, and everybody just comes up and interchanges, and you just tell them the key, and you just drop into something, It's fun.
Right on. So how many guitar players you got right now?
Just
the two?
Just the two.
Just the two, yeah.
Okay, just you and Matt. And then Kayak's always filling in here and there?
Yeah. So everybody's still in the mix. It's just who's available. And
Gotcha.
We're kind of still, I don't want to say breaking them in, because, they're top notch, but,
Well, breaking them into your world, for sure.
So, rolling with this for...
Have you gone on stage with 3 guitars?
Have we?
We did it at the Killer Brew.
Yeah.
With me, you, and Colin.
Yeah, Colin was
that
playing
first
that
night.
one.
Yeah,
he
fun.
came out to check us out after we had already talked to him at the Blues Jam.
Yeah, so I wanted to go let me come to Killer Brew, check it out, because they're just going to throw me up on stage Saturday opening for George Devney and Blueprints, and but it worked out good.
Yeah.
We jammed.
Throw you to the Wolves, kid. That's sink or swim.
Yeah.
Right?
No, yeah, that's the way I like it, so.
Jake, how old are you?
23.
Wow, you're a puppy.
I'm the young buck.
Yeah, that's it, man. Are you guys hazing them and whatnot?
No.
You got to. You have to.
It's the other way around.
Yeah, he's hazing us.
No.
No, it's not like that at all.
No, they're good dudes.
They are, for sure.
Yeah.
They really are, man. So next week, Animal Jam. It's super important that the community gets behind this event.
Absolutely.
What time are you guys playing and when?
We are at 7:30, third band in, I think. One man, the band is there.
Yeah, I think we play right after them.
Yep.
The 15th.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah, the Friday night.
Yep.
Yeah, I got a couple questions out there. People are saying they can't wait to see you guys. Genesee Joe checking in says Uncle Charlie and Meatballs rock.
Yeah.
I'll see these
Joe.
guys at the jam. Jennifer Towns wants to know who are your blues influences?
Well, we were just talking about this on the way over. I'll let Jake start because we all know his.
You want to go around the room? That's all we'll do.
I'll start.
Go ahead, kid.
I got influenced kind of by, you start off getting influenced by Hendrix as a young kid. But then Buddy Guy, obviously Muddy Waters, but Johnny Winter, those are some of my favorite. I like Rory Gallagher, Irish blues guitarist. A lot of people don't know about him, but he's top of the line, one of the best.
So not the guy from Oasis.
No.
Okay.
Rory Gallagher, the Stones wanted him. Everybody wanted him back in the day, and he's like, nah, I'm an Irish guy. I want my own thing. And he's awesome. But Buddy Guy, I'd say, is my favorite blues guitarist and singer, as one package, Buddy Guy. So, yeah, that'd be my biggest influence.
Right on. Tony, who's your blues influences, being a drummer?
He mentioned Rory Gallagher. I wasn't really into blues starting out. It was when we started Sour Mash, Adam Bishton and Larry Gillio, they were like, listen to this guy, it was Otis Rush, and listen to this guy, Rory Gallagher, listen to this guy. Obviously Clapton, was in the mix. But once I got into it, it was just that growl, that raw stuff, Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf. Like that's what I like. The rock, almost. I don't want to say influence because they were before rock, but you know what I mean. Just that gritty. Like I'm gonna do it my way and come along if you like that.
They definitely influenced rock, though.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
You don't have rock and roll without blues and country too.
Yeah.
You mix the two together.
Chuck Berry,
Chuck Berry.
He was country blues, and there's rock and roll right there.
Yeah. Bill Haley in the Comets is another one, and of course Elvis. You got to throw Elvis in the mix too. How about you, brother? Who's some of your influence? You got some Polish influences you could throw on us? No.
No, I'm still looking for influence.
You're still looking for the influences?
Yeah. Like I really like Otis Redding.
Otis Redding?
Yeah. Who else? I don't know.
Peter didn't play blues or anything when we found him with my other band, and but he could play anything.
Yeah,
but he was just kind of guy that could literally play anything.
Did he pick it up quick?
Oh my God!
Yeah,
instantly. I mean, he knew it, but he wasn't sitting around listening to it.
Gotcha.
We felt bad, like he was getting bored, like it's too easy for him.
I feel like blues is very easy to play, but very hard to feel.
Right.
So. Yeah.
It's all about the feel.
So, like for me, it's a kind of new experience that I can feel the flow and just make some of my notes.
That's the one thing. You could teach theory, you could teach notes and how to play everything, but you can't teach the pocket. You can't.
But what is important is here.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Can't teach that feel.
Right.
You got to be able to feel it. That's something they don't teach you in the books.
Yeah.
You know, Matt, who are some of your influences, brother?
I mean, Jake touched on Hendrix. Obviously, that's a big one. I never got into the older guys of blues until, I met these guys. Like, as far as like the Godfather of blues, and that kind of stuff. But before that, John Mayer Trio kind of got me into that realm, and then Derek Trucks is probably one of the best in my book. As far as what he can do with that guitar.
Yeah.
And this, using the slide, and I just think back to the video of him. It was him on stage with B.B. King and John Mayer. And Derek Trucks is ripping this B.B. King solo. John Mayer's just sitting there like a little kid and just in awe. And then after he's done, B.B. King goes, that's the best I've ever heard it done. So he's very fun to listen to. He's got some cool riffs and melodies. And I'd say that kind of steered me in that direction.
Tedeschi Trucks is an amazing band.
Yeah, she can sing, man.
Allman Brothers.
It's so great. And they're on like a whole nother level on their live performance.
Yeah, they take you on a journey for sure.
And they're such good people. I've worked with Derek and Susan a bunch. And Derek's super, super cool.
No way.
He's just a cool dude.
Yeah.
He's just like you and I.
Oh,
just like you and I. Somebody wants to know, who is Uncle Charlie? Does anybody own up to that title?
No, we
there's a history lesson in there.
Yeah. So it's been long enough we can let the secret out. But so our T-shirts, plug here, they say who's Uncle Charlie in the back because we always get asked that.
I wear your shirt all the time, by the way, and thank you.
And same here. We wear the D shirts all the time. But yeah, so the story is that we were in Frankie's garage one day getting ready and playing some yearly jam. Like, we didn't even have a band at the time. It was just a bunch of guys getting together and jamming. And Sean Gaffney goes, we're talking about all these blues guys are always so-and-so and the whatevers, right? So Gaffney says, how about Uncle Charlie and the Meatballs? We're like, yeah, right. So we went with that, but we were all drinking UC. So Uncle Charlie's UC. It's not any of us.
Mm-hmm.
And the Meatballs, well, we're in Utica, so.
You're in East Utica now, too. So here you are.
So Uncle Charlie's not any of us. It's just UC.
Mm-hmm.
We always got some close by.
Gotcha. we got to try for that Saranac sponsorship for you guys.
Right, yeah. That'd be nice.
Yeah, it would. And I love your merchandise, too. That's a great hat you have on right now.
Yeah.
And then the shirt pretty much is a replica of that hat.
Yeah, it's got the emblem on it. We got 3 or 4, I think now, different ones. We got a white and red. My daughter designed that. It's like a cartoon guy, like what she imagined Uncle Charlie would look like with a bowl of meatballs. And we had that put on a shirt. And then we got the gray ones that we're really proud of. You helped us push those, the UCMB and the military font.
Yep.
So anytime we sell those, all the proceeds from those shirts go to the Veterans Outreach.
Awesome.
Right on Genesee Street.
You still got a bunch in inventory?
Yeah. We still got a bunch. We cut them a check for $200 last time we sold out of the shirts. We got a couple. I think we got 5 or 6.
That deserves a bell. Give it back to the community, Uncle Charlie and the Meatballs. I love it.
Yeah. And then we're working on.
I get to do the bell around here, pal.
We're working on the next batch right now. We got 100 in the bank, and we're just waiting to top that before we cut them another check.
That's awesome, man. That's super, super cool. What other organizations do you get behind besides, well, obviously the Veterans Outreach?
Veterans Outreach, Stephen
Swan.
My very first dog I bought with my wife was from Stephen Swan's, and then my sister's got a couple cats from them, and like we're always we're big into animals in my family. So.
Yeah, good, awesome.
But yeah, Stephen Swan's, Veterans Outreach, the Stanley. That's just our crown jewel, right? So
that's it, man. It's the anchor.
Yeah,
the anchor of downtown. Got a big weekend this weekend over at the Stanley, too. A big, I give a quick little plug to Rain, the incredible Beatles show. It's amazing. I don't know if you guys ever seen it before, but if you do get a chance to check it out, if you're not busy playing this weekend, on Friday it's going off, and they go through the whole timeline of the Beatles. They'll start, I think they start with them playing in the Cavern Club, and then it just goes all the way out to like Bed Peace and John Lennon sitting in bed with Yoko Ono, and it's really cool, man. They go through the whole story, and it's awesome.
It's like a show, like
it's a great show.
Yeah,
it's like more of a Broadway show than it is a concert, but it's also a concert as well,
like a musical kind of thing.
Exactly.
That is cool.
Exactly, and it's cool. They come out, with the Sgt. Pepper costumes and the Abbey Road and all that stuff. So they cover the whole spectrum of the Beatles, and it's going on this Friday. Plenty of tickets still available too. You could go to thestanleytheater.org for more information. And also on Saturday, funny man comedian Vic DiBattista is going to join us. Have you guys heard of him? He's the guy. I got bread and milk. He's that guy. Yeah. He's a lunatic. He's freaking hysterical, though.
I like the one he was in the rain eating, like outside eating. He was talking about outdoor eating, and he's got his glass of wine and it's pouring out. And,
He's funny. He does those Yankee locker room.
Yes.
Have you seen that? Yeah. And the Giants too. He's a big Giants fan.
Okay.
So he's been pretty busy lately, especially because the Yankees lost last night. And the Giants are just freaking horrible. But so that's this weekend going on at the Stanley Theater. A lot of good stuff coming up really, really soon too. Yeah. So as the winter months keep rolling in, the Stanley Theater will be pretty hopping.
I love the Stanley.
Right? How could you not, man? It's so gorgeous.
Yeah, it's.
Even when you see these big names come to town, and like they got nothing but great things to say.
Alice Cooper was just there, right? Yeah, that was cool.
That's where I met Rich.
Masucci?
Yeah. So we're all obviously in the same circles or whatever, and he asked us to do this thing. Like, absolutely, I think you put it out.
Did I?
And got us in touch with him or whatever. So yeah, we'd love to. And then we just happened to be standing in the same beer line at the Stanley, and like Rich, right? Introducing myself, and it's like another great guy. Like,
for sure,
Rich
man.
is cool, yeah.
It's like I've known him for years already. I've known him for a month.
He's a pillar in our music community, that's for sure. Yeah. And the Stanley, too, if you think about this, in about 6 years, it's going to be their 100th anniversary as a theater in 6 years. So it was opened in 1928.
That's crazy.
So, I mean, 2021's almost over with.
Right.
So in like 6 years, we got to throw a big old bash.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Definitely.
A lot of fun. So, Motorlord saying they love Masucci. We all love Masucci. And Masucci, if you're out there, we got to give you some love right now. This is we're going to ring the bell for Masucci. He deserves it. This is 14 years in a row he's been doing it.
Yeah.
14 years, and he's always put together these incredible lineups of all these great local musicians. And the cool thing too, it's always been more of an independent thinking. I mean, there's some cover bands that he puts in there, but a lot of it, he opens the doors to the independent artists, which is good, and then also to the young artists that are still in like high school. It's like, how do you find these bands?
Filled to the brim.
Yeah.
Filled to the brim, cool. Right?
Yeah,
I can't wait to see those
I'm
kids.
excited. Yeah,
yeah.
Looking forward to it.
Did you see their videos?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing Subdivisions. What kid do you know plays Subdivisions from Rush?
Right. It's cool. It's a ballsy move.
Right. It totally is.
And they're only going to get better and better and better and better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Being so young, it's awesome.
Speaking of being so young, Jake, I want to know some new music that you're listening to these days.
New stuff?
Yeah, new stuff. Is there any new bands out there that are blowing your head off?
Honest to God.
I ask everybody this because I want new music on my radar.
Honestly, really, that's what I get made fun of for, not listening to new music. You know what I mean? People are like, oh my God, here we go. Listen to the same playlist, Allman Brothers, friggin' Rolling Stones. But I like, for blues, it's hard. There's Ben Poole, What's his name?
Gary Clark.
Gary
Clark's amazing.
The other one there, Eric Gales. I really like Eric Gales.
He's been working with Bonamassa a little bit too.
Yeah,
Eric Gales.
Bonamassa is awesome right now.
He's not new though.
I know, but
Kingfish.
Kingfish, I really like. That's what I was thinking of. But I listen to I like Billy Strings. You know Billy Strings.
Of course.
Yeah. I like that stuff too.
Killing it
I like,
right now.
Yeah, I like bluegrass too. I mean, that stuff's really cool.
They're about to hit like arenas. Billy String. He's blowing up so much.
Oh my God.
So I was working summer camp for Mo this past year in Chillicothe, Illinois, and Billy Strings headlined one of them. And I've never seen that area because I work summer camp often.
Right.
I've never seen that area so packed in my life when
Wow.
Billy Strings was playing. And I was talking to those guys, and they're about to like pick up another bus and pick up more people to work on the road with them because they're this close of really, really blowing up.
Yeah, he's big time.
You went
Yeah.
in,
Yeah, we just saw him in Lafayette.
Yeah, at the
It
Apple
was
Valley.
incredible. Yeah, from the first song,
Yeah.
just gotcha. You know,
I love his voice too.
It's
He's
unique.
got that old school like he doesn't sound like he's 20, what's he, 25, 26 years old. He sounds like he's like an 80-year-old
Yeah,
man.
he sounds like
right?
he's seen some shit.
Definitely sounds like an old soul.
Yeah,
He's
for
awesome.
sure. It's
Yeah.
refreshing though, because someone new that's putting out what he's doing. It's
And what's cool
It's
about it
exciting.
is it's not just some pop singer or something. You know, he's a real guitar player and like
yeah, he
he's
can back
raw,
it up.
And I like
Shreds.
that. A lot of people are getting into him. You know what I mean? Not we need real instrumental music back a bit. You know what I mean? Because there's not a lot of new artists that I can think of that I listen to. Or if I need Billy Strings, I don't know, John Mayer. They're old though,
Yeah.
So I don't know. We're hurting for new material in these genres: blues, rock.
Were you guys into John Mayer years ago, or was it just kind of been more of a thing now that he joined Dead and Company? Because I feel like he's had this resurgence once he joined Dead and Company.
Yeah, for sure.
Like he said, John Mayer Trio got me like a bit ago.
See, people don't realize what a shredder he is.
Oh, my
They
God.
always think of Your Body's a Wonderland or whatever the hit that
Exactly.
he had, and they don't really dig deep into his catalog at all.
He did what he had to do to make his money, and then
He's a
Yeah.
genius,
now he
yeah.
can do what he wants to do for fun.
Yeah, right.
You get into the trio, and then getting into the Dead and Company. That was, what an opportunity.
Oh man.
But
Yeah, that would be the last person you think would join a Dead show.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
He's perfect fit.
He's a smart businessman too, because he owns half of Dead and Company.
Yeah.
He owns half of it, and then Bobby and Mickey own the other half.
oh shit.
Yeah, smart. He's got
Yeah.
great management, man. He's
Yeah.
a smart man.
Pay
yeah.
off.
He is. Matt, what do you listen to? You got any new bands out there you're listening to these days?
Honestly, I just kind of listen to a lot of local stuff.
Do you?
Jay
Boy,
Schnitt.
you get one of these too, dude. That's good.
Yeah, I've always been someone that liked to go out and listen.
Mm-hmm.
Just saw Jay Schnitt recently. The Old Main Remsen Social Club. My brother's band, Work Related, they're starting to do some stuff again.
Cool.
Isaac Frenchel.
He's killing
Yeah,
it.
with Nina's Brew and all them.
Yeah.
There's Last Left with Spencer Morgan. They're all Spencer's doing a lot more original stuff, and that's his first album that came out was I Can't Stop Listening to That. So, I like to see what's out there. It's stuff right in our backyard.
We have so many talented musicians in the 315. It's ridiculous.
It's fun.
We can, that's why I have this podcast.
Yeah.
Is to, display all the great talent we have here in the 315 because they don't get any love at the radio stations other than Genesee Joe. I got to make that disclaimer
Yeah, shout
out
out
there.
to Genesee Joe.
Shout out Genesee Joe because Genesee Joe is right there waving the flag for the local music scene. I love you, Joe. I want to stroke your hair. Anyway, but other than that, no one's really given any love. In Syracuse, you got like Dave Frasina has his show, his local show, and Scott Dixon has his show out there in Syracuse as well. But here in Utica, it's just Genesee Joe is the only one.
Yep.
The other radio stations around here, they don't give a shit about the local music. It's a shame.
I feel a turn. Something's
Something's brewing.
tides are turning. Yeah, there's just people are getting bored with the same old pop stations and country and people are starting to look for new music. Like underground type stuff, local stuff. So that's good. That's good for people like us. You know what I mean?
And I heard we were playing with Motorlord, like when they were playing the same time. I was pumped.
Yeah.
My brother, he works with one of the guys in the band.
Oh, cool.
So he showed me one of their CDs, and I've been listening to it. and it's so good.
That's metal.
So I saw them on the list. I'm like, yes.
Yeah, man. They
That's
got
gonna be-
their hit song "We Are Motorlord,"
Yeah.
which they usually end every night with it, and
Perfect.
it's perfect. It's actually genius because that's how they got on my radar. Was one night that it was Animal Jam a couple years ago, and it started to rain. But in the middle of this rainstorm, they're playing "We Are Motorlord, Prepare to Die," and we're tearing down. And like I had that song stuck in my head for the rest of the night.
Yep.
Like I love these guys. They're
Yeah.
good dudes too. But it's amazing too here in the 315 and how many genres of music you can really dig into. There's so many different genres. We're talking metal, we're talking bluegrass, blues, rock and roll, cover bands, and all top-notch musicians.
Yeah, I just had this conversation with somebody out in Syracuse over the weekend. It's just like you take any one of the musicians from Syracuse or Utica, even you put them in like Wichita or whatever, and like they're the guy, you know. But we got 15 of them around here,
no,
and
it's
25 of them, whatever, and you know, it's a big pocket now instead of just that guy.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the only place that we would have a hard time surviving is like Nashville because it's just so
Yeah,
cutthroat,
right.
or Austin, Texas, because it could be really cutthroat in those towns. Like Nashville, you got to like pay to play, you know, which is kind of ridiculous. But
Everybody's got to fight out there, you know.
yeah, it's ridiculous. It's too competitive. But what I love about the 315 music scene, it's very supportive of one another. And, you know, it's not competitive. It don't have that competitive nature as it used to have, and now it's just more of a brotherhood.
That's how it should be.
Brother sisterhood.
That's definitely how it should be.
Should be out there supporting each other, man.
Yeah,
right.
100%.
And that's the awesome thing about like this Animal Jam and events like this. Like everybody's always out gigging, so we never get to hang out or check out other bands. So when you got an event like this, you do your set and then you hang out and check everybody else out and meet them and hang out.
That's fun.
It's awesome.
It's fun, yeah.
And we were after pandemic, so
Yeah, that
there
too.
was no live music for a while.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a good kick
Yeah,
ever since it ended, you know what I mean? Everybody's been having fun.
it's good to see.
Yeah, it's awesome.
We need it. We need it more so now than ever.
Yeah.
And not only do we need it, but the animals need it too over at Stephen Swan Humane Society. So they don't get any kind of government funding. They get their.
Yeah, I heard that yesterday. It was surprising.
It's true. They don't get any government funding whatsoever. They all the money that they get is through fundraising. So it's through their Wiggle Waggle Walkathon, through the telethon that we do on WK that we present the check to at WKTV, and the golf tournament and all the other events that they come together and put together on. But and then think about it, like you just said too. We've been sitting in a pandemic, so they haven't gotten any kind of money whatsoever. I'm sure they got like a PPE loan or something like that, but they haven't got any kind of funding whatsoever, especially since we've been on a lockdown in the last year and a half. You know, we've been talking about COVID every freaking day.
Can't get away from it.
You can't you can't have a conversation without it coming up.
Right.
It sucks.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try not to talk about it, but it's hard not to.
Yeah,
Right.
It's a way of life now. It's just
We just got to learn to live with it.
Yep.
And I'm liking the whole stay 6 feet away from me.
Yeah, right.
Please stay 6 feet away from me. I like it. Misucci's saying this should be a good show, and he posted up an event probably for the Stephen Swan Humane Society fundraiser that's going on. Animals for Animals next week over at the 12 North Sports Bar. Spoonie and the Tone Chasers at Lucan's on October the 8th at 8:30. That's going down?
That's me and Peter and our two other bandmates, yeah.
What kind of band is that?
It's you know, it's kind of like Uncle Charlie, but it's more rocky.
Okay.
More rockin'. We play more like Hendrix stuff, Bob Seger stuff.
Any originals?
We have a couple originals.
Couple originals?
Yeah. So we've been writing a lot, but it's just we're trying to get our name out there because we're newer. So we're doing a bunch of covers, but we're gonna slowly start throwing our originals in there because Spoonie, the lead front man we play with, he's just a great writer. He's a great writer, and yeah, people like it. We did a show at Side Street in Mohawk this past Saturday, and it was awesome. It was mobbed, packed, people outside waiting to get in and stuff, and just it was like a real rock show. You know, everybody was just going nuts and the applause. It was cool. So we're excited.
So they're gonna blow up, and then we got a version 7.4. We'll be in here next
You're
time.
going to have to take a back seat, Uncle Charlie.
We'll get a new lineup next time.
Uncle Charlie
Have
takes a
him
back
there.
seat to Spoonie. But, you know, that's kind of a good thing, too.
That's
You know,
awesome.
you guys encourage each other and to do better and
Yeah.
play in other bands. It's important, man.
Share
It's
gigs
all
and-
about networking anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, you're busy then, huh?
I've been busy, yeah.
Good.
And I love it. So I love playing with these guys so much, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Harmonica, it's more traditional blues.
Yep.
And that's really like my thing. I just love old blues. So they're both just So fun, you know what I mean?
You're an old soul, pal.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't give Adam enough love today.
Let's
yeah,
give
Adam's awesome, man.
Adam's turning the nuts and bolts. He couldn't get out of it.
Working,
He's
yeah.
swamped with cars, which is good for him. But yeah.
Shout out Adam Bishton.
Incredible harmonica player.
Yeah, man. Great voice, too.
And singer, yeah. He's awesome.
So how long you and him been together?
Probably 15 years.
Wow, it's been that
Yeah,
long,
yeah.
too. Sour Mash. And
Yeah, yeah.
was there something before Sour Mash?
No, Sour Mash is just well, Larry Gillio and I out of high school started playing in garage a little bit, and then he lived in what is it, Madison. Met Adam, maybe through a Mohawk Valley Blues Jam or something. He's like, "Hey, you got to meet this harmonica player." So we met. Larry moved away, but Adam and I kept playing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it's. I'd have to do the math, but I think it's like 15 years.
Don't you teach math?
No.
Do you?
No.
Oh. I'm thinking you did there. You're
Yeah. Well, no. Well, I just don't say that. It's a school day, so I can't say that on the air.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh, my.
He's playing hooky.
If you get fired, you can live with me.
All right, cool.
He's playing hooky.
No, my day's over with.
Your day's over with.
Oh, 338.
Man, it's got to be tough for the kids these days, man.
Yeah.
I feel so bad for the kids. I mean, just
We
what's
talk
going
about
on.
it all the time. It's like you got 8th graders, and really their last real school year was 5th grade. Like,
Right.
Can't even really develop a mind like that.
Yeah.
You know, it's like we're just dumbifying our youth. We're dumbing them down, unfortunately.
yeah, because nothing's changed. They're still expected to know all this stuff, but yet they lost out on 2 years of school.
Yeah.
So,
And not only that, but all the drama going on with the buses.
oh yeah.
They can't get any
Can't focus on
transportation.
school. It's not, yeah,
They
it's-
can't focus. And then, of course, the devices don't help either. These things
Oh,
do not help. It don't help for adults, let alone for kids that are trying to get an education.
Right.
So, man, weird times we are living in,
For sure.
you know?
Yeah.
Tony, I got to ask you about that Foo Fighter show. I
Yeah.
heard it was just completely off the charts.
It was insane. Like, especially when word came that it's probably not going to happen, and they were one of the bands I've been dying to see for years now. Finally got the opportunity. I'm like, oh, now they're going to cancel. But we had some inside intel, thanks to the bearded one and Gaffney. And, yeah, it was an awesome show. And he comes out, and then so like you got this clock right here where we were sitting, or where I was sitting with my buddy Chad. You could see their clock off the side of the stage, and there's word about Lakeview having like basically a curfew. 11 o'clock, shut everything down.
It's a hard 11 for every show.
Wow.
And so I'm watching this clock. It's 10:58, 10:59. I'm like, oh man, they just got here. They just started. Like,
What
he
time
just
did they
kept going.
start?
It was right around like 10:30.
Wow, that late,
Like
huh?
10:15. Something. It was after 10.
Mm-hmm.
By the time he hit the stage, and then 11 came and went, and he's like, one more song, and he must have done 6 songs after. One more song. It was just. I mean, it was everything you want in a rock show. It was
Yeah.
just.
That's
I mean,
cool.
Dave Grohl's one of my idols, of course. So,
For real.
but yeah.
Great live act.
Yeah.
They're I feel like they're the only arena rock band out there right now.
Yeah, it's hard to name somebody else.
Yeah, they're good. They're always
There's nobody else out there right now. They're doing it at that level.
I mean, I love Kings of Leon. I've seen them a bunch, but there's no comparison.
the
Live
Stones.
show.
The Stones are doing it
Yeah.
still.
Right. I get it. I do.
That's probably the only other band I can think of doing it right now.
And, yeah.
Big shows, like they just played St. Louis or something. It was huge.
In Pittsburgh.
Did you see the thing
day.
where Mick Jagger was in Charlotte, North Carolina, just
Nobody
kind of
knew.
hanging out at the bar with a hat on and nobody knew?
Really? No.
He
Yeah.
just- yeah.
He's
I
cool,
read the same
man.
thing just happened in Pittsburgh. I think Sunday night he was out at a couple restaurants or something, and you wonder, like, does nobody know, or does nobody just want to bother him? So, like,
Nobody knew because I'd be bothering him.
I bet you nobody knew.
Buy you a
Yeah,
drink,
yeah.
man.
I mean, he's one of the biggest rock stars ever.
Yeah,
How do you
that's
not
crazy.
know?
Right.
And how does he not have a whole bunch of security around him either? He
Right.
just doesn't care, huh?
You don't care no more.
That's super cool, though.
Yeah.
You got to give him respect
live.
for that.
Oh, yeah.
You got to live too, and especially you're visiting all these cities. Maybe his stardom really isn't out there as much as it used to be, and to
Right.
where he can actually go out in public and enjoy a meal and
Right.
enjoy
That's
some
true.
beers and not be bothered.
You gotta think how many guys do that you don't even know about it.
Mm-hmm.
They go out and just
Yeah.
well, think too, like 20-year-olds. I mean, he's probably in the minority of people that know who Mick Jagger is.
Exactly.
So you're
You're
going
right.
out to bars and stuff
Yeah.
where a majority of them are 20.
Yeah.
you know.
They just think it's an old homeless guy.
With a nice hat on.
Yeah. And that's what he did. He was wearing a baseball hat. Nobody knew who the hell it was.
Yeah.
What a disguise. And it was freaking Mick Jagger.
Great.
Unreal, man. Yeah, so what's going to happen next week? You guys mixing in a bunch of covers, some originals, or what's happening for Animal Jam?
We're going to do what we do. You know, it's the old blues stuff, covers, but kind of our way, you know. And, you know, just have a good time doing it like we always do.
Yeah, we just jam, man. It's fun. We just have a good time.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, brother, right?
I'd love to have every time we did a song recorded and just listen to see if any of them are ever the same. It's just
that's a good thing, though.
I love it. I mean,
Yeah.
that's what keeps it fun for us.
Exactly. That's what I love about the jam scene, too,
Yeah.
because, like, no show is ever the same.
Right,
It's-
you never know what you're gonna
You
get.
never know what you're gonna get, and that's what I love about the jam band scene. It's just you could go see Fish, and you could go on. I've been on tour with Fish, and there's a different show every night. You know, same thing with Mo and Humphreys and
Yeah, they keep
Dead
it.
and Company.
Humphreys that was fun. I saw them at Saranac last year.
Oh yeah,
They're good shit.
oh yeah.
We had a happy little accident at Lucan's the other night. We were
A happy little accident.
yeah, like Bob Ross. We did
Coochie.
we were doing Hoochie Coochie Man, which is just a straightforward. Everybody knows Hoochie Coochie Man, right?
Muddy
Waters. And somehow it just miraculously turned into I Ain't Drunk by Albert Collins.
It was a cool
It was-
medley, like, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't
Went into it.
It wasn't planned. We didn't say, "Hey, here's what we're gonna do." It was just, I think I messed up, and that's where we went.
But then, you know, you couldn't even tell. It just morphed right
Yeah,
into
it
it.
was awesome.
Are you guys in a zone at that point in time, just like, or are you guys communicating, looking at each other, like, all right, let's hit it right here? Like, how does that happen? How do you morph
It's
into
a
one
little
song?
bit of both.
Little bit of both,
I
yeah.
mean, I'm behind everybody, so it's rare that anybody looks back at me.
A lot of times you
But,
can
yeah.
feel a change
Yeah.
or something with like with something he does, like a roll or like crescendoing up, like, you know what I mean, building up. You can feel the change and you hit it. You know, I don't know.
We
It's
try and
all feeling.
communicate. I mean,
Yeah,
we're no
Bish is
different
always
than
good
anybody.
about
Yeah,
calling
Bish
it
can
out.
communicate because he's got the harp in his hand. You know, he can. look
Bish is the
back.
conductor.
Yeah.
He's the conductor.
He'll put the harmonica up like the stick, and
Yeah. A lot of times, because I don't even know you guys were gonna stop, but I could feel it and hear it.
Yeah.
And just, you know, you just know. You can't explain it. You know, what I
Can't
mean?
explain it, right?
You can't explain it. Yeah.
So I don't know if locked in is, but it's along those lines. We're on the same page. That's why it's fun.
Definitely.
You're in the
Yeah.
groove.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's fun too when you look around and then there's all smiles on everybody's
Yeah.
faces because you're hitting that pocket.
Yeah, it's
You know, and
awesome.
everybody's just kind of gleaming and having a good time
Yeah,
and
man.
doing your thing. And then, you know, once you lose that smile, that's when it goes to a train wreck. You know?
Well, Adam mentioned it the other night too, because we did Lucan's, and we've played Lucan's a bunch, and we're not your typical Lucan's band, I don't think, you know, but we do well when we're in there, we think. But there was something about that night, the other Thursday night, where it's like there was a lot of people that were into it, and it's fun when that happens, you
Yeah.
know.
Everybody's dancing out front. You know,
Yeah.
it's cool.
When that vibe is going and
Yeah.
the audience is giving it back to you guys,
Right.
you just it's you can't explain it.
it's a two-way street.
It is.
You feed off of them, they feed off of you.
Yeah, it's better than any drug or any kind of
yeah.
sex or any kind of alcohol or anything. It's just there's no feeling
Best,
like
yeah.
it. You just get off.
And you
on
can't explain it unless you felt it. Like,
Exactly.
there's no.
And there could be like 500 people in the room, or there could be 30 people in the room, or 10 people in the room. But if those 10 people are giving you back
into
that
it.
energy,
Yeah.
there's no feeling like it. And then you can have 500 people in the room and nobody paying attention to you, and that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No one's listening. You just become a background band,
Yeah,
you know, and it just turns into a practice with 500 people in the
that's
room.
the worst fear.
It is. I'd rather play to those 10 people that are
For sure.
totally into it,
Yeah.
wanting more than the 500 that aren't even paying attention.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah. Music, man. It's your best friend, right?
It's always there.
Yeah, it's always there. It brings you up, brings you down, puts you in great moods, helps you work out, helps you get through your day.
Yeah.
You know, love it. We absolutely love it. And that's why we do this podcast. And that's why Masucci does events like Animal Jam. All the money going to Animal Jam next week, Animals for Animals. It's called so many different names throughout the years, but it's Animal for Animals, which was Masucci's stepfather. And he used to volunteer at Stephen Swan back in the day. He'd clean out cages, walk the dogs. He was a great man. And Masucci put this on in his honor. And so that happened 14 years ago. I think he died 15 years ago, but 14 years ago, he put this together, and it turned into a pub crawl where they would go up and down Varick Street and then end up at the electric company, and then there would be a show going on, and then it just morphed into this, and here it is. It's the 14th annual, and I can't believe it goes by fast.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Time just flies by. I think the Earth is spinning faster.
Lately.
I really do. I think the Earth is spinning faster.
Something about losing the last 2 years too. It's like, what was that? Like,
Right.
You know?
And we've all become alcoholics in the last 2 years. Big time. But it's going on next week. Friday, October 15th, 5 o'clock, filled to the brim, starts it all off at 12 North Sports Bar. I'm interested to see those kids. They were here last week. And,
Yeah.
Cool. I love their influences. They're in the Van Halen and Black
cool.
Sabbath and Rush, and just like, wow. Like, that, we need more of that.
That's the kind of newer bands you'd expect, too, you know, like... I feel like they have so many influence. They have a keyboard player, don't they?
Yep.
Yeah, just their lineup is cool. You know what I mean? They can do so much with what they have.
Yeah.
So they can play anything. You know what I mean?
Great bunch of kids, too.
Yeah.
They really impressed me last week.
And they're into it, yeah.
So they're filled to the brim, and then at 6 o'clock, one man, the band. I'm not sure who that is. Do you guys know who that is?
We know them just via Facebook and social media. We haven't met them formally yet. But
They've been playing out a lot this year.
Have they?
Yeah.
Cool to see 'em.
Try to keep up with them, just someone else to listen to,
Yeah.
They seem very jammy, so I'm interested to see what kind of show they put on.
Nice.
It'll be cool.
And then you guys hit it at 7:05, right after one man, the band. And then it's cool because this lineup is so diverse.
yeah.
It's so diverse.
Well, you mentioned that earlier. The whole area is. So
Yeah.
Get a little bit of everything.
It's a little bit of everything going on Friday. And then you guys, and after you guys, Beside the Sun, have you guys seen Beside the Sun?
I have not.
Great hard rocking band. Awesome. It's Nate Keita and Crossman from Follow the Muse.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's their other band.
Gotcha.
They're like Nate's in like 5 other bands, I think.
Love Follow the Muse.
Yeah, great band. Great band. But this is kind of like more in their realm because that's their roots is in rock and heavy metal. And Beside the Sun, Chris Perez from Handsome Bob. You guys seen Handsome Bob
Yeah.
yet? Chris, you know Chris. So this is Chris is the front man in Beside the Sun.
Okay.
So, and he's seriously one of the best front men in the area.
Yeah.
The kid's got, not only does he got pipes, but he's very charismatic.
Yep.
And he's
Brings
all
that
over the
energy.
place. He brings that energy. So he really sets the bar high when it comes to bringing energy. So Chris is the front man on that. And then after Beside the Sun, the Bomb.
Oh, yeah.
Bombs have been a local legend in the
I
area
know the
since
Bomb,
forever.
They're from Alien, really.
Well, yeah, he was.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of. Jimmy's not in the band anymore, but
Right.
yeah, he
They
was
were
at one
from
time.
there, yeah.
But yeah, of course. The Bob's been rocking for over 20 years.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Been doing it for over 20 years, and they've been a staple in our music community and always packs the house. So, and then after them, Dying Breed, which is another great rock and heavy metal band, and then capping off the night on Friday, We Are Motor Lord. Awesome. Dude.
Can't wait.
I'm telling you, that song gets stuck in your head. You're going to be singing it for 3 weeks. And you're like, I got to buy the CD or just download them on Spotify or whatever, because that song is very catchy.
Yeah.
And that's the way they close out every night of their show is by playing their theme song.
That's cool.
And so you guys need an Uncle Charlie and the
We do,
Meatballs
we
theme
do.
song. How would
Stevie
that
had
go?
one. When Stevie was playing with us,
You're
he
on.
had
We're putting Peter on that mission.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's your job.
I just use the Swedish chef music.
Gorky, 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 gorky. I love it. And then Saturday's got a great lineup too. Saturday, he's got Dan Phillips and Chad Elford, formerly of Enemy Down, Lemon Law, which is a punk band, the Lower Topla, great jammier type of band, Pepper on the Salad, which is Austin Evanchuk's band, Mythoria's killing it. They're an awesome heavy metal band, very melodic and very, very good. And then Tribal Law, the return of Tribal Law. Tribal Law was a band in the area for many, many years and used to do some big things around here. So they're getting back together one night only just to play at the Animal Jam.
Nice.
So
cool. Yeah.
lots of good bands, lots of great music, and it's all to support Anita Stephen Swan Humane Society. They need your help. So let's see, it's 18 and over, and all ages before 10 p.m. Must be accompanied by an adult before 10 p.m. So cool, he's opening the doors to everybody.
Gotta have my mom.
Yeah, mom's coming?
Yeah, she'll be there.
Yeah, good.
Well, I gotta get in,
I love it. And also, he does like raffles, and there's always some sort of giveaway. And then in between acts, he does. They do the beer drinking competitions, and they always make it a fun event. It's not just music and supporting for Stephen Swan Humane Society. He sprinkles in a lot of different activities as well. So it's going to be a great time. Animals for Animal Jam. I'm psyched you guys are playing, man.
We're psyched to be there for sure.
It's gonna be fun.
Yeah. So you got any other gigs you guys can plug?
We got work related's doing that Tom Petty thing this weekend, Saturday.
Really?
So we'll be a part of that.
Where's that at?
That's down in Rome on I forget the
Bellamy Park down the road from Copper City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So
it's like a tribute to Tom Petty?
Yeah, so everybody that's going to be there is doing Tom Petty stuff. We'll do a couple. Matt's doing a couple. Isaac's going to be down there. Spencer's going to be down there. Work related, obviously. Sydney's going to be down there. Yeah, it's going to be a good time.
It'll be cool.
Well, Isaac Friend's just killing it.
Yeah.
Isn't he killing
Just
it?
came from Vermont. And
And he's just killing it.
killed it,
I mean,
yeah.
he was on this podcast probably when he first got here, when he was playing with the old man. He's like, after we got done, he's like, dude, you think I could get some gigs around here? I'm like, trust me, you're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Dude. You're going to be fine. Now I feel like he's gigging every night of the week.
Yeah, he is.
Kid's killing it. What other dates can you plug?
So we got that. We got Old School. We're doing a Halloween party. It's our first time back at Old School since the ownership switched over.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking forward to that. It'll be a Halloween party on the 30th.
7th.
Yeah, what is it?
7th November.
Yeah, we're back at 233, Station 233 in November.
And then Woodland is November 7th, right?
Woodland's there. Yeah. I got to be more prepared and bring my stuff
What
with
the
me.
heck,
Damn it, Tony.
Man.
You think I'd have this all memorized by now?
He acts like this is the first time he's been here.
I know.
Rookie.
I just come to hang out.
I love that you come and hang out.
It's
though.
cool to hang out with you.
Yeah, for sure, man. I love it. I love it. Sit around,
yeah.
talk music, and
Yeah, we're just taking what we can get like always and going from there.
excellent.
We had one booked in Syracuse. The place we were booked at in Syracuse is too small for a 5-piece band, so it's not going to work out.
Oh, it's that.
Yeah.
What place?
I don't want to say. I was there.
Okay,
I was there last weekend, but
I gotcha.
Yeah,
I hear you.
yeah.
Hey, you got anything you want to plug, buddy?
Yeah, Monday at 4 we got a gig at the new Herkimer Chowdown. It's downtown Herkimer. It's like food trucks. It's their last event of the season. They got really good food. McGill's is down there. A bunch of people are down there, and that's pretty much it for now. I can't think. We've got a couple
and
private
Lucan's?
parties. Lucan's this Friday. We'll be at the Marine Corps League in Ilion on Saturday, but it'll probably be already packed with local people. So
Yeah.
it's
Stay
like
busy.
a members
though.
only thing. So.
That's awesome. Keep busy.
Yeah, we're keeping busy.
Keep those
So
chops up.
we're trying to, I'm just trying to branch out, talk to people, and we're a newer band, so
Yeah.
taking what we can get.
Yeah.
It's awesome getting in with these guys too, because I think I probably wouldn't have got the Lucan's gig if it wasn't for these guys and Joe Sweet, and just networking is good, and
Well, he's only been playing out in public, 2 months now?
yeah.
It's crazy.
But I played Frog Fest with my old man. Is in Lonesome Dove.
Oh, really?
Todd Lozo. He's a lead singer of Lonesome Dove, a country band around here.
Yeah, yeah.
And we played Frog Fest, opened up for Eli Young Band. That was awesome.
Oh, shit.
That was cool.
That's awesome.
And I've had so many gigs the past 2 months. I'm like used to it now. I'm just like whatever,
Yeah,
It's
and you
cool,
just
it's
got
fun, though.
started.
I'm really
That's
grateful.
Crazy.
Really grateful. It's been like blowing me away that I could just jump into it like this. I'm grateful, especially for these guys.
It's a blessed life, brother, right?
Yeah, it is. It really is.
Your
And
dad's band's been around for a while, too. Lonesome
They've
Dove.
been around since like 90, maybe like 89.
They've been doing the thing for a minute, man.
Yeah, so that was their last show at Frog Fest, and they had me play with them. We played like 7 songs.
Oh, cool.
I don't do country, but it's the same.
Yeah.
Blues, country,
Still
rock.
that vibe,
It's like
brother.
that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But it was so fun, yeah. Just being in front of a bunch of people, like on a big stage with national sound, being mixed. Jeez, this is cool. You know what I mean?
Good feeling.
But then you're off in 30 minutes. You're like, I want to stay on.
Feels
man.
like 30
Right.
seconds.
Yeah, it's
All
like
that
30 seconds.
preparation for 30 minutes,
know,
though,
I know.
you get yourself so worked up before the show, and, the nerves kick in, and then
Right.
all of a sudden you're done.
Yeah, it's like those nerves. As soon as I plug in, it's just gone. You know what I mean? it's weird before you get on, even at a bar or something. You know, you're like, ugh. And as soon as you get on, plug in, it's just gone, and it's all fun from there.
Matt, you got anything you want to plug?
I'm gonna be at 7 Hamlets October 21st, just doing a solo gig.
Cool.
Yeah. Other than that, just
Take me
gonna be
through your
with these
solo
guys.
gig. What are you doing solo wise?
I'm gonna break out some original stuff there, and then I do kind of like 90s, some Beatles. You know, I try to do a little bit of everything, stuff that I listened to growing up.
Awesome.
Yeah, just looking to have a good time. Good place to breweries now are perfect spot to put out original stuff too.
Yeah.
You know, Woodland, you got Copper City, you got all of them. They're very receptive to that. So I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a good time.
You got to love the breweries nowadays that are popping up left and right.
Yeah.
And they're super supportive of the music
I was
scene.
just gonna say, there's like nobody's supporting live music like the breweries are.
Yeah. Peter, you got anything you want to plug, bud?
No,
No?
I'm too short here.
I want to get you in here on a one-on-one one of these days. I want to pick that brain of yours.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day.
You gotta check out his pictures he's got on his phone from his tour and everything. It's insanity.
Yeah, I want to go drink beers with you one day, Peter. I think we'd have a lot of fun together.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. He's like, yeah, whatever.
We had some Vashnufka at Lucan's last week.
Oof. Is it now the Washnufka here in the United States different from it is back home in Poland?
No.
No, it's the same? Okay. Because sometimes you know how it's a different formula.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
Canadian beer's a little bit different than our beer
Right,
here
yeah.
in the United States. And
I used to drink like homemade.
homemade Washnufka?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would bring us like candies. You know, he couldn't read anything on. It was all in Polish. And,
Yeah.
potato vodka and
yeah.
all sorts of stuff. Yeah.
Potato vodka's good stuff.
That's
Chopin.
cool.
No.
No.
It's here, Luksusowa.
Whatever is from here.
Do you cook?
Yeah.
Do you? So you make some
But no, not Polish food.
no Polish food?
No.
No. What do you like to cook?
Anything.
Anything but Polish food.
Not Polish, yeah.
Cheeseburgers and hot
That's why I
dogs.
live here.
That's why. How long you been here now?
Maybe 2 years in January.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like legally.
Legally, I
But
got you.
before I was like visiting for 2 weeks, for 2 months.
On a visa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before I was playing the concert.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve in Chicago.
Gotcha. Were you stuck here for the pandemic, or did you have to go back
Yes.
to Poland?
Yeah. And I was so lucky that I didn't have to play concerts. Like everything was canceled, so I was just staying home. And I didn't have permission to work, so I was waiting until my papers, green card. So
Kind of like worked out for you.
yeah, it worked for me.
And so now you're a citizen?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Soon. You're going
I'm
through
a
the
resident.
process. You're a
I'm a-
resident. Gotcha.
yeah.
Going through the process though.
Yeah.
Ah, cool. Good. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
And we got to take him out one of these days.
Oh, yeah.
I want to get drunk with him.
I don't know if you do.
He could probably drink me under the
Yeah,
table.
yeah,
Huh?
he's-
I'm sure he can.
He's a different breed.
Yeah, I'm sure. Awesome. You guys, thanks so much for coming to hang out,
Thank
man.
you.
This
Thanks
is-
for having us.
It's always been fun when you come in, Tony. I love it, man. It's always great conversations. Make sure you guys check them out next week at the Animals for Animals Jam. It's going on October 15th and 16th. These guys take the stage at 7 o'clock on the 15th at 12 North Sports Bar. All the proceeds to benefit Anita Stephen Swan Humane Society. They need your help. You got to help our furry little friends. That's the order of the day, people. So even if you can't go and support, you can drop off donations. They'll take blankets, they'll take bleach, they'll take cleaning supplies, they'll take treats, they'll take dog food, cat food, any kind of toys,
Bottles and
anything. They'll take
cans.
pretty much anything. They'll take bottles of water, anything to help out our furry little animals. If you can't help out in the monetary side of things, you can always help out by giving them something tangible,
Yeah.
especially cleaning supplies. They can use blankets, any of that stuff, toys. So help out the Stephen Swan Humane Society. They've been a staple in our community for, I feel like, hundreds of years, as long as I can
We've been
remember.
here, yeah.
As long as I can remember. But that goes on next week. On Friday, October 15th and 16th, 12 North Sports Bar is the place to be. Shout out to EJA Moving Services, Joey's at 307, Utica Coffee, my attorney Dave Longaretta, Saranac Brewery, Billy the Liquor Guy is the author of the book called Under Too Long, Ballwash.com, Ballsy. Use promo code members only for 15% discount. Get yourself some hygiene for your groin area, Peter. You can use some ball wash and sack spray in your life, dude. I'm feeling that. You're like, yeah, whatever, dude. I love it. Like, follow, subscribe, and all that stuff to all things on Disruption Network social media tags, as well as for Uncle Charlie and the Meatballs and Spoonie and the Tone Chasers. I love it.
Yeah.
Interesting name. I love it.
Our buddy's name's Ryan Spomberg.
Yeah.
Call him Spoonie.
Spoonie.
There it is.
I love it. You guys, thanks again for coming out. I'll see you guys all next weekend at the Animal for Animals Jam at 12 North Sports Bar. Later. Everybody have yourself a good day.
See you later, bro.
1 second.
See, harmless.